Chelsea 3, Wolves 1. This was a great game and something that we all needed as Chelsea fans after the defeat to Arsenal in the Emirates. So Chelsea has gone away to the Molyneux and we have just defeated Wolves by 3 goals, with 3 goals coming from Cole Palmer in the first half. You remember this reverse fixture last year. Cole Palmer in the first half, he already had 4 goals in the first half. So this was a fantastic victory for Chelsea. Regardless of the score line, they did come back to score, but hey, the damage was already done, and Chelsea has gone away with 3 points. Now, I got to tell you this: we needed to win this game because we saw the game earlier between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur, where Manchester demolished them by 2 goals to zero after their captain Romero got a red card in 30 minutes in the first half. So this was very, very much needed. All right. So for the game today, I was looking at how the players are going to bounce back after that past defeat, and I mentioned in my preview that Chelsea was going to win by 3 goals to 1. They did come 3 goals to zero, I said, but they did come back to score 1 goal. So today's victory shows a lot about our character, the way we performed today, the way we played, especially in that first half. This is exactly what we are all looking for. So in this game, the coach made some changes, but not a lot. So the starting lineup was almost similar to the starting lineup that played against Arsenal, except in the midfield, he had Hato not playing yet. So he had in the defense, he had Fofana, Chaloba, Gusto, and Cucurella all in the defensive line. And in the midfield, he had Caicedo and Santos, who I thought they were marvelous in that midfield, holding the ball and supporting each other. When one pushes up, the other one comes back. But they were always close to each other, throwing that intricate passes between one another. And then in the attack, he had Fernandez, Palmer, Pedro Neto, and João Pedro leading the attack. Now, João Pedro didn't score again today, but he gave us two opportunities to score from the spot because he was fouled in the 18-yard box. And of course, what that means is we were able to get two penalties converted, of course, by whoever. Who else? Cole Palmer. So the first 5 minutes, you could see Wolves. They wanted to see how they could pressurize it, but gladly a few corner kicks here and there. Nothing really happened. However, Chelsea started kicking up in the I think it was in the 15th minutes before Chelsea started kicking up, and well before the 15th minute actually we started kicking up. Yeah, I'll say the 15th minute because the goal came before then when Chelsea started building up after the goal. So the goal came through some intricate passes, and of course, the ball going out on the left side. Chelsea lost the ball in the 18-yard box, and then I think it was João Pedro who went ahead to see if he can get it, and of course, the defender for Wolves, slightly touched João Pedro in the leg, and that's where he was able to fall. And the first penalty came after the first penalty, of course, which Cole Palmer converted. Chelsea took control of the game. We took control of the game, and it looked like we were playing exactly how we wanted to play. The passes was going well. We were winning the ball. We were looking stronger and sharper. And I tell you, that first time we could have scored up to 4 or 5 goals. Okay, the second goal came again just the same way like he did in the first goal. It was a pass from the midfield. I think it was either Caicedo or Santos who passed the ball. Who passed the ball into the other team's half walls, and the ball bouncing because it was a volley from the pass, and the other team, I can't remember who it was, but João Pedro going for the ball, okay, and the defender for Wolves, I don't know what he was thinking. Clearly, you could see his arm push João Pedro, who was inside the penalty box. VAR confirmed it, but I thought that was a stupid kind of way to defend. He pushed him clearly. It was like a quick push, but you could see his hands, both hands, not just one hand. That I know some defenders might use one hand to, kind of hold the player, but at least guiding him to move away from the goalpost. But this was a clear push with two hands, and that gave Palmer the opportunity to step up and score the second goal, which he took brilliantly. Now, the third goal came in the, I think the third goal came in the 38 minutes, just a few minutes after. Okay, the second penalty was in the 35th minute, third goal in about in 38 minutes, where we had the ball, Pedro Neto had the ball, and from nowhere, he crosses the ball all the way to that left flank uh, where Cucurella was. He passes back to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez holds it, experience looking, and who is the one you see running is Cucurella again. He runs just like in that game that we played. I can't remember what game it was that we played against another team. It was the same kind of intricate pass. Enzo holds the ball. I think it was against Manchester United last season. Okay, so Enzo Fernandez holds the ball after gaining from Cucurella, and Cucurella waits 2 seconds, 3 seconds. He runs, and then Fernandez passes the ball all the way back to him again. He goes all the way to the edge of the field, and he was able to cross that in like a cross back. And of course, Cole Palmer was at the right position to shoot that in with his left foot. Chelsea 3, and at this point, Wolves was 0, and it was almost over. I tell you. So in the second half, nothing really happened. The coach, he made some changes. We did have Andre Santos, being removed because it looked like he was feeling something. He went off, and Jarheto came in for him. Gusto, he played very well. He was changed by Josh Achimpong. Again, these guys, they come on in the second half. I don't really think anything happened after that. Palmer, he was taken off in the 60th minute, I believe, for Alejandro Ganacho, who again, I don't know, he didn't do anything but just passing, running, but nothing really meaningful. And Jao Pedro was the one who came off for Liam Delap. So overall, it was a good win for Chelsea. The feeling to win again in the Premiership. Liam Rosenior, with another win in the Premiership, and I hope he continues going forward like this. It's not been a good few days for a lot of Chelsea fans, with so many things happening, especially after the loss uh, against Arsenal. And this was a chance to see how their mentality was in terms of, okay, we know we are out of the Carabao Cup. We know we lost that game. It was defeating. Taking the loss was a big deal, and everybody was not happy about it. But how can we bounce back? Okay, knowing that we have to keep on fighting and chasing for Champions League. Good results today for some teams. I believe in the games between Aston Villa, they probably I think Aston Villa ended up drawing the game today. Let me just make sure about that. So it was Manchester United, of course, beating Tottenham by 2 goals to nil. And then you had the game between okay, it was Burnley who lost at home to West Ham, but Everton beating Fulham. Let me see here, who else? Aston Villa playing 1-1 draw with Bournemouth, which means that Aston Villa is only, I think it's only 1 point. I think it's 1 point above Manchester United now. Oh, 3 points. So they better be careful because Manchester United have been playing really seriously very very well, and we it's going to be a battle between that top three, okay, but not the top three, from the number 3, 4, 5, 6. So Aston Villa, Manchester United, Chelsea, and Liverpool are in the race for that top 4 and 5 position. That's what I see going on right now. So it's imperative that the Chelsea players understand that every single game they play this time going forward, it's a must win. Okay, it's a must win, and clearly they showed today that they were ready, which is good. I'm glad for Liam Rosenior. This is a victory that we needed, to show that, okay, we lost the game against Arsenal, but we can still do something. Other than that, player ratings, I think overall everybody played well. Nobody was exceptional. Today, you could say Caicedo did very, very well. I thought he was cool headed today. Sometimes when I thought he might get a yellow card, he did not end up getting a yellow card. I'll say Caicedo was probably the best man of the match in today's game. You could argue Cucurella was somebody else because he was running up and down. Pedro Neto, surprisingly, he was able to start today. We heard from the coach that he and Rhys James, who did not even feature today, who was not even on the bench, we don't know what had happened to him, but he did not start. But Pedro Neto was able to come back. So overall, good game for Chelsea, good results, and I think moving forward, we are going back home, and the next game we're going to play will be against Leeds, and then we go to Arsenal. But I think right now we should focus on every and each game that comes our way and make sure we go for the win because it's not going to be easy going forward from now. With I think there's about 14 more games in the Premiership or 15 more games 14 or 13 more games in the Premiership to the end of the title. And we need to make sure that every single game we play now, we win. All right. And I think that's about it. It's going to be a short video. Victory for Chelsea. That's what matters. We move forward. We look for the next game, and hopefully we go for the win again. And as we are making more and more progress forward in terms of winning, the coach will be able to understand the players more, and the players will be able to understand what the coach wants from them. All right. So once again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Share this video. Okay. Write the comments. Let me know how you feel about the game. What were your predictions? Okay, and of course, what do you expect in the game against Leeds next? All right. For now, enjoy the rest of Saturday and